Hello, my name is Willow, and welcome to my first YouTube video on my new channel. I have been wanting to start a new channel for a while. I had a channel in the past, but I was niched in on a topic that I'm no longer niched in on in my life. So it'd be kind of hard for me to return to that channel. And I kind of wanted to create one that's like a little more general instead of more specific, and that can encompass more areas of my life than just kind of the narrow view that the other one had. I felt like I had to present myself in a certain way, and I felt like I could only post if it was related to, it was about spirituality, so if it was about spirituality. But I came up with this new name for my channel while I was doing a meditation about consistency. And this meditation was by a person named Rhea Earth, Reaearth. If you like to meditate at all, I would highly recommend checking her out. I just got back into listening to her meditations. I used to really listen to them a lot when I was in my spiritual phase. And a lot of the stuff that I used to engage in with spirituality, it's been kind of hard for me to get back into it because part of my journey was that I went through a 1.5 year long psychotic episode at the same time that I was having this spiritual awakening. And so while it's true that I did feel, pretty much the best I've ever felt in my life in terms of a lack of fear, a lack of anxiety, a lack of negative emotions. Not that I didn't still experience negative emotions like any human, but it was greatly reduced as opposed to how I was before the spiritual journey. And basically, although I felt the best I'd ever felt, I was very ungrounded in reality, and I had no interest in doing the things that one has to do to sustain their livelihood in this world that we live in, such as working a job, having money to pay rent, to keep the bills on, to keep yourself fed. I had no interest in doing those things, and I was very ungrounded from reality. I quite literally refused to work, and it taught me a lesson on being very careful about what hills you choose to die on, because I chose to die on this hill and I quite literally almost died. I experienced homelessness for 4 months, and it was very traumatic. It really was. And part of the reason that I got myself into that situation is because I refused to work. And, if I were to do the situation over again, or like say this situation were to come up again in the future, I would be much more willing to work and to pursue alternative solutions than just saying, I'm gonna be fine, the universe is gonna support me, I don't have to do anything, I'm God's little angel. That was a little running joke that me and my previous mentor had together, was that I'm God's little angel. And that's how I saw myself, and I really did. And, not that it's necessarily problematic to believe in that to a certain degree, but when it interferes with what you need to do to sustain yourself in this world, then it becomes a problem. So, it's been 5 minutes of me talking already. Let me just, I love to talk. I will keep yapping for a while. I'm trying to keep this between 10 and 15 minutes. We'll see if it turns longer. But I just kind of want to explain a little about what this channel might be. I don't know yet. What I envision it being is like Willow's recovery is the little umbrella. And then underneath the umbrella, we have all of the things that I'm passionate about and that bring me joy. And I will say this is a multi-dimensional, not in the sense, okay. Because when you say multi-dimensional, we can be talking about multiverses, but then also you can say multi-dimensional as in referring to something that has different layers. I'm referring to the different layers, okay? I'm not talking about the multiple dimensions, though I do believe they exist, but I'm not as into that as I used to be. But anyway, off point. It's a multi-dimensional approach to recovery. So this isn't just my recovery from drugs and alcohol. It is my recovery from drugs and alcohol, but it's not just my recovery from drugs and alcohol. It's also my recovery from the years of trauma and abuse that I experienced in my childhood and in my adolescence and adulthood. It's my recovery just from living life. Like, life can throw us some curveballs and it can be very difficult. And I have gone through some difficult experiences and I'm recovering from that. And so the first thing I kind of wanted to explain was that, also I just love this so much. I'm so glad I put that up. Such a nice background. So I just wanted to emphasize that this isn't going to be just about my recovery journey in terms of abstinence from drugs and alcohol. It's also going to be a journey of recovery in terms of reconnecting with my inner child. And I've been kind of working on trying to find my niche lately, and some great advice that I got from an influencer was that your niche isn't about, or what did they say? I don't remember where I wrote it. I wrote it in one of my journals, in one of them, but basically saying it's not defined by what you do externally, it's defined by your internal story. And thank you to Donovan. I think his last name is Barrett. Donovan Barrett. I'm not sure. That's who I got the advice from. No, it's Donovan for sure. But so that got me thinking, and what I think my internal story, like what links all of your passions together, I think that for me is reconnecting with my inner child, kind of reconnecting with who I was before I experienced all of the trauma. Like reconnecting with that true essence, like that personality that I innately had before I went through the various hardships in life that altered my brain chemistry, altered the way that I show up in the world, all of that jazz. So yeah, that's what this channel is gonna be. I'm a very multi-passioned, creative individual, and so there's gonna be a lot of different aspects to this channel. One of them is gonna be just vlogging, just sitting and talking, because I'm a very communicative person and I love to talk. And it really helps me, like, just talking to myself, even if no one watched this video, which is completely fine if no one does. just me making the video and talking to myself / to you, the potential you, I don't know if you're there yet, but is very, very helpful to me. And I would recommend to anyone talking to yourself, talking out loud, or, you know, if that makes you feel kind of crazy, which I think, yeah, there's a lot of stigma about talking to yourself. Talk to a pet if you have a pet. Talk to, if you're spiritual or religious, talk to your higher power. If you have a stuffed animal, talk to your stuffed animal. If you have a family member who maybe you can't talk to them in real life, maybe pretend you're talking to them. Just the point is, get it out instead of letting it stay in. That's the number one advice I could give, is just like, talk, like process it. It's so therapeutic and cathartic. So that's gonna be one aspect, is gonna be like vlogs of just me talking. I also might make vlogs just for fun of like what I'm doing throughout the day. I'm also a college student pursuing my bachelor's in psychology. So it might kind of be like, I might make a video one day about like, what's my daily study routine? How do I keep up with school? What are my habits? You know, that kind of stuff. I don't cook often, but when I do, I like to pretend I'm on a cooking show, and it really helps. Like, I really struggle to cook, to get the motivation to cook, and it really helps to pretend that I am, what's her name? Rachel Ray or something? I don't know who the people are. Rachel Ray, Bobby Flay. That's all I know. Does Selena Gomez have her own one now? I'm not sure. But just pretending I'm on a show and just being like, all right, and now we're gonna mix it up, and now we're gonna add in our salt and our pepper. Like, it just helps me so much. So I would say the primary function of this YouTube channel is to help myself be happier and live a more fulfilled life, and people watching it, people being helped because of it, and any monetary gain that may result from this in the future, as I grow, that's just the icing on the cake, as they say. So there's that. I'm also a singer and an actress, actually. So my pronouns are she and they. I forgot to say that. I'm transgender. I'm also non-binary. I consider myself to be gay, but like, you know, it's kind of confusing with like, you know, like, since I'm trans and I'm attracted to men, like, does that mean I'm straight if I'm a woman attracted to men? Or, you know, I don't know. Sometimes it's easier for other people if I just say gay, because they tend to see me as a man. So it's easier for people to understand, but I honestly don't know what I would describe my sexuality as. But that's just a little bit about me. Yeah, I'm a singer. I used to go, when I went to college the first time around, I was studying vocal performance. So singing classical music, singing opera songs. I don't sing too much opera anymore. I usually just do like pop songs, like just whatever's in my head. And so there's gonna be videos of me singing, like I might just post a cover of a song. I'd like to write my own songs one day and post some original music. That'd be great. I play piano, I play guitar. I also am a writer. I love writing, and I haven't been journaling as much, but I usually have a pretty detailed journal, and I really find that journaling is very helpful to me. And usually when I share my writings with other people, they really enjoy it and they find it to be helpful. Something I also do occasionally is tarot readings to support myself, and oracle readings. Like I said, I used to be really spiritual. I'm not as spiritual anymore, but I do occasionally reconnect with my highest self, with my guides, with whatever. Podcasting, I love to podcast and just like talk for a straight hour. And honestly, like talking, it's easier to podcast than to do a video because video is like a lot more data, you know? But I might do both at the same time. Like maybe I'll record the podcast like for people who just want to listen to it, and then have a video version for people who want to see me as well. I'm trying to think like if I do anything else. I think that's about it. I have a cat. I love my cat, and I might post videos of my cat because she's really cute. I might make like body doubling videos like for people like with ADHD. Like I have ADHD. I'm also autistic, self-diagnosed. So I might, you know, make a video of me just like cleaning and doing tasks, and that way if someone needs a body double, they can just turn my video on. So anyway, the point of this is that it's going to be a very multi-dimensional, multifaceted channel, YouTube channel. And eventually I want to go into other platforms as well, like Instagram. I'm not a big fan of Twitter because the owner is deplorable. That's kind of how I feel with all social media though. So, you know, I don't know if I should let that keep me from being on the platform, but I kind of just want to have nothing to do with it at this point. But I do like YouTube, Instagram, and Reddit. So we'll see, maybe, we'll see. It's been 15 minutes already. I want to keep this below 20 minutes, so we're going to start wrapping up. Oh, meditations. Sometimes I like doing guided meditations. Sometimes, so I like doing covers of songs, but sometimes I like making like spiritual music. I also have the spiritual gift of light language, or if you're a person who comes from a Christian background, they call it speaking in tongues. So, you know, just using it to cleanse my energy, to process through, to transmute things. So sometimes I make light language cleansing videos. Yeah, I really have a lot of different interests. I'm really passionate about psychology and mental illness, and as someone with the ADHD and autism and many other diagnoses, PTSD, depression, anxiety, etc. I like learning about myself and teaching others the knowledge that I've learned. I also might do like just like some videos of like things that I do to regulate myself, or things that are like interpersonal skills that I've learned. I'm in a DBT group now. I might share some of those DBT skills. Just, yeah, I'm ready to start being consistent and actually posting my videos instead of just recording and then not ever posting it and not editing it. So that's what I'm gonna do right after this video, is I'm gonna upload it to my computer and I am going to post it and edit it. There's not much editing to do because, yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna post it. So if you watch this video, thanks for watching. Look forward to seeing you in the future if you stick with it. And yeah, I'm excited for this journey. Welcome to Willow's Recovery.